Today we will be talking about surface area of a three-dimensional figure. Now, yesterday we kind of started this without you actually knowing what we were starting. So this is indeed surface area. So yesterday you cut out some composite figures, and your instructions were to calculate the area of each of those more familiar figures. So I'm just going to use this one for an example. We see that we have three rectangles here, and when I calculated my area of each of those, it was 9 centimeters by 5.8 centimeters. So each of these three were 52.2 square centimeters. Then I have two triangles. And to calculate the area of the triangle, we know that we do 1/2 times the base times the height. So the base of these two triangles are each 5.8 centimeters, and the height is 5 centimeters. So when I multiply those together and divide by 2, or multiply by 1/2, we get 14.5 centimeters. Now, here's what we are going to do. I am going to fold each of these, I'll do this up here. I'm going to fold each of these lines here. Fold them all going into the same direction here. When I fold them all up, I get a three-dimensional figure. So I'm just going to take some tape. I'm going to tape each of the sides together as best I can. This is not going to be perfect, but what I'm going to do is this. I'm going kind of quickly. So the last couple sides are a little bit tricky to get. Okay. So what I have now is a triangular prism. I'm going to put it down here to see if you can see it a little bit better. All right, so I can see it's three-dimensional. What I did when I wrote the areas of each of those smaller shapes, I put them aside, what we did is we calculated the entire surface area. So surface area of a three-dimensional figure is when you add up all of the areas of the smaller surfaces or faces of the three-dimensional figure. So what I had here is I had three sides, my three faces, the three rectangular faces, each are 52.2. So I have three of those, and then I'm going to add two of them at 14.5. Sorry. And what I get is 185.6. Now, what is that? What kind of units? So I measured in centimeters, so it's some sort of centimeters. It is surface area. Area is always in square centimeters. So right now we can say that our surface area, and that is designated with a capital S. S equals 185.6 square centimeters. So using a net, that's kind of cool. I mean, we can put together some cool shapes. Now, what happens when we have a three-dimensional figure that we normally can't take apart? It might be a drawing, or it might be this. So here we have a square prism. So what we have to recognize is that we have two bases, a top and a bottom. And in a prism, they are exactly the same. They're congruent. Then we have sets of sides. We have, say, the left side, right side. They're going to be congruent. And the front and back are going to be congruent. So what you have to do is look at your drawings or measure your figure, and then you have to add them all up. So if I have a top, I'm going to have two of these values. A front and a back, I'm going to have two of these values. And then on the sides, two of these values. Add them all up and you get your surface area.